The human body is basically a chaotic office building where no one read the employee manual. Your brain is the overworked manager, your heart is the intern doing all the labor, and your appendix is that one guy who still shows up to work even though his position was eliminated in 1893. You're not a person. You're a 37 trillion cell committee, constantly arguing over who gets the oxygen. And somehow, this committee has been running for decades without burning down. Let's meet the employees. 1. The brain. The diva in the control room. Your brain runs everything but still forgets where it put its own glasses. It's a 3-pound blob that controls love, rage, memories, your taste in music, and the sudden urge to check if the stove's off again. It runs on sugar, hates being ignored, and occasionally dreams about teeth falling out for reasons nobody fully understands. It's 75% water, meaning your entire personality is basically flavored hydration. Fun fact, your brain can't feel pain, which is ironic, considering it creates pain. It's like the boss who fires people for being late but strolls in at noon. 2. The heart, the overworked drum machine. The heart doesn't care about your emotions. It doesn't know love, it knows logistics. It's a muscular pump that beats over 100,000 times a day, shoving blood through 60,000 miles of plumbing. That's 2 trips around the earth, daily. Every heartbeat is a little don't die yet reminder. And when you're heartbroken, yeah, your heart doesn't actually break. Your brain just sends drama signals through hormones. It's all fake news from headquarters. 3. The lungs, the oxygen dealers. Imagine being in charge of every breath of every life moment, and no one thanks you. That's the lungs. 2 spongy pink airbags swapping oxygen and carbon dioxide 20,000 times a day. You inhale, they work. You smoke, they sigh. They even clean themselves. Tiny hairs sweep out dust and gunk like microscopic janitors. Until you fire them permanently with cigarettes, then chaos. Science moment. If flattened out, your lung surface area could cover a tennis court. You're basically breathing through sports equipment. 4. The liver. The night shift chemist. The liver is the hardest working introvert in your body. It detoxes your blood, processes nutrients, stores energy, and quietly judges your life choices at 2 a.m. when you're eating pizza after 5 energy drinks. It's also the only organ that can regrow itself. You can literally chop half off and it'll be like, cool, I'll just respawn. A true gamer organ. If the brain is the CEO, the liver is the janitor cleaning up all its messes and never getting a promotion. 5. The stomach, the acid bath manager. Your stomach is a squishy acid cauldron with enough hydrochloric power to dissolve razor blades. Please don't test that. It's dramatic. When you skip breakfast, it growls like an angry dog. When you binge spicy food, it punishes you with regret and reflux. It's lined with mucus thicker than a YouTuber's intro, just to protect itself from its own acid. Basically, your stomach is that volatile friend who's helpful but unpredictable after midnight snacks. 6. The kidneys, the twin filters, 2 bean-shaped water filters sitting quietly in your back, constantly cleaning your blood of toxins, balancing salts, and managing hydration levels like tiny water engineers. They even decide if you're dehydrated and send a memo, make it yellow, ignore them, and you'll get kidney stones. Nature's way of saying drink water or suffer. Bonus, each kidney filters about 50 gallons of blood every day. That's more work than your Wi-Fi router does in a week. 7. The intestines, the longest plot twist. Your intestines are like the world's grossest water slide, 25 feet of squishy tunnels converting food into life. The small intestine absorbs nutrients. The large one extracts water and forms, well, the grand finale. Inside are trillions of bacteria that outnumber your human cells 10 to 1. Technically, you're a walking bacteria hotel that occasionally pays taxes. Without them, you'd starve. So yes, your gut bugs deserve more credit than your last diet plan. 8. The skin, the armor with feelings. Your skin is the largest organ, a 20 square foot protective blanket that also sweats, senses, heals, and somehow grows pimples right before important events. It sheds 30,000 dead cells every minute. Every 30 days, you're basically wearing a new person. And no, lotion isn't extra. It's rent payment for the body's outer apartment. Also, fun fact, goosebumps? Just leftover coating from when humans had fur. We're smooth monkeys with nostalgic reflexes. 9. The eyes, the overdramatic cameras. Your eyes are like twin HD cameras plugged into a brain that still runs Windows XP. They capture 10 million colors, process information faster than any computer, yet can't handle a tiny eyelash without panic. The retina is basically brain tissue that decided to move out and get a window view. And tears, half cleaning fluid, half emotional propaganda. Ironically, your eyes see everything except themselves. That's what mirrors are for. 10. The ears, the sound translators. Your ears don't just hear, they balance your entire world. Inside them are microscopic hairs dancing to vibrations. That's your inner rave. They convert air pressure into meaning. That's how you can enjoy music or suffer small talk. And your ears never stop hearing. Your brain just learns to ignore background noise like an exhausted parent. Oh, and they keep growing your whole life. That's why old people look like they're mid-metamorphosis. 11. The pancreas and the sugar regulator. The pancreas is your blood sugar bouncer. It releases insulin to handle the glucose party and glucagon to kick it back up when levels drop. If it fails, you get diabetes, your body's way of saying, we're done managing sugar drama. The pancreas sits awkwardly between your stomach and spine, humble but vital. You never think about it until it stops working. Then you think about nothing else. 12. The spleen, the unsung sidekick. Most people forget they even have a spleen until they lose it. It filters blood, recycles old red cells, and acts like a secret immune weapons vault. In short, it's your body's background security system. You can technically live without it, but it's like uninstalling your antivirus. It's possible, but not smart. 13. The bladder, the pressure specialist. Ah yes, the bladder, the one organ that always picks the worst possible time to speak up. It's just a flexible balloon storing half a liter of filtered regret until you find a restroom. It's polite at first, gentle signals. Then it goes full protest mode if ignored. And no, holding it in isn't a life hack. It's bladder terrorism. 14. The reproductive organs, the legacy department, the reproductive system where biology meets awkward conversations. These organs ensure survival of the species, powered by hormones and occasional bad decisions. They're heavily influenced by your brain's chemical whims, which explains human dating history. Also, fun reminder, every one of us began as a single cell with absolutely no clue what we were getting into. So technically, reproduction is life's way of saying, let's try again and hope this one reads the manual. 15. The appendix, the forgotten roommate. Once thought useless, the appendix now seems to store beneficial gut bacteria, like a little backup drive for your microbiome. But it's still mostly famous for occasionally exploding and sending people to the ER. Is the organ equivalent of a cousin who does nothing all year then causes drama at Christmas. Evolution hasn't fired it yet, so maybe it's just waiting for its big comeback. 16. The tongue, the gossip queen of the body. Your tongue is basically the body's social media manager, always moving, always opinionated, and sometimes posting things it shouldn't. It's a muscular multitasker that helps you eat, talk, taste, and accidentally bite yourself mid-chew. It has up to 10,000 taste buds, each a tiny critic deciding if your dinner deserves 5 stars or immediate spit out. And here's the twist. You know those taste buds don't taste in zones. The whole tongue does everything. The sweet tip, bitter back thing? Total myth. It's like thinking your phone only texts on Tuesdays. Without the tongue, you couldn't speak, sing, or gossip, meaning civilization as we know it would collapse by lunchtime. So, there you have it. 16 organs, 16 reasons your body deserves a standing ovation. Every day, this biological orchestra performs a full symphony without you even conducting. Your heart drums, lungs whisper, stomach burps in C major, and somehow it all works. You're not a single being. You're a galaxy of organs, fluids, and microscopic freeloaders working in fragile harmony. So, next time your brain insults your body in the mirror, remind it, you're not perfect. You're miraculously functional, and in the grand scale of evolution, that's basically winning an Oscar.